Dilitani go, no cash. Puma when you go to Dilite one to Bazan as a formula. That's why you can eat on a maku, can see a conference, making a maku, no mato Bazan. So now I'm not a Bazan and the land go what up. Come on, guys. You're getting my way.
Fam, wherever you are, I bring you warm greetings. You understand? Good. Let's talk about the addressing system. We have seen that Bawumia had gone to some of the communities in Accra to go and implement this policy. You understand? Bawumia is trying to justify the whole project. Well, he says that if you are in a problem and you need to contact the police, and the police ask you of your address, what are you going to do if you don't have it? If you buy things from China and you want it delivered to your house and you don't have a digital, what do you do? Not only that, if you go to the bank and they ask you of your address and you don't have it, what do you do? He is trying to justify the whole point. You understand? But hey, you know that some of us... But let's listen to Bawumia.
Yes. Issue. There are so many properties and so many houses that do not have an address, and that problem hampers development. If you do not have an address, how do you get the ambulance to come to your house? How do you direct them? How do you get the fire service to come to your house? How do you get the police? If, for example, there's a robbery taking place, how do you direct the police to come to your house? If you apply for a job and they say, what is your address? And you don't know your address, it's a problem. You can't, they can't find you. If you apply for a loan at a bank and they say, what is your address? You should be able to give an address. If you order goods on the internet, e-commerce, and they want to deliver to your home, you must be able to give an address. If you rent from a landlord, and rent control wants to know where you are, you should be able to give the address. So we decided that we should, as the government, leverage on what we have already done in the context of the digital address system to provide addresses unique.
Yeah, he heard about me, so what I say, aha. Well, justification is what he is doing. Because some of us, this justification is a no justification, you understand? We don't buy it. We do not buy it. When you, for those of you who have been following Kofi Asamoah-Ababio, somewhere around 2017 or 2018, when this project came into being, when they started saying that GPS app and all of that, we wrote an article and we told the government that it was not important. In fact, it was not realistic. You couldn't achieve the result that you wanted. But hey, they went ahead anyway. But that is not the reason why we're going to stop talking, you understand? We are going to keep talking. We are going to keep talking because the people have to understand what we are in. The people must hear us. Listen, whatever justification Bawumia is giving, that is not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the people that have no place to lay their head. My interest is in the people who still sleep in kiosks in the cities of Ghana. That is my interest. Listen, this project that you're doing, that you're beating your chest about and all of that, this project that you keep saying that it will help somebody who wants to import or somebody who wants to buy things from the internet, deliver to his house and all of that. This project does not favor the poor. It's a fact. Let's face it. Hey, listen. The poor woman, the poor man who is staying at that village, so crossing out a quiet crabby nanny criminal. What benefit is he going to get from this digital address? It's you are doing the project in Accra and you are doing the project in some of the advanced communities. You understand? East Legonesa, Grokron. That is why you can do this project. Because what time project we call Angloga Junction, baby, a power for the dan. Sir, wooden structures now, but old-time projects where they cover, it will not have effect. It's true, let's face it. It's in California, baby, what I say, we are misplacing priorities. What is wrong with our leaders? It's the Adreno, me no money be, and I said it. Because it's just showmanship. We have not gotten to a stage where we can address our digital address our own the houses in the whole country. We have not gotten there. People have no place to lay their head in this 21st century. You understand? So what is this? Then you waste huge sums of money, then you go and implement this policy which is not going to yield results. See, some of the properties are more addressing. I tell you, in the next 5 years, those properties will not be there. You understand? There have been demolition exercises going on in the cities everywhere. So when you bring a project and you digital address a property and there is a demolition exercise, what is going to happen? Listen, we, the people living in this country, we are faced with huge problems, major problems. We are in crisis. You understand? There is problem with job acquisition. Unemployment is on the rise. People are still trading on their heads. Head potting is still there. You understand? There are still schools which have no chairs. Recently, I saw an article that there is shortage of water in some of the communities. These are major problems. And what do we see our leaders do? Major problems. Hey, let's be serious for once. What is this? And you see that party fanatics and they'll be clapping for this guy like he has done a yeoman's job. Hey, we have a problem as a nation. You understand? We have a major problem as a people. And digital addressing does not solve the problem that we are faced with. In fact, before we can do digital addressing, we have to make sure that people have places to lay their head. The housing deficit has been solved. That is when we can bring into being addressing system, a digital addressing system. The housing deficit in this country has to be solved. Have we solved it? We haven't. But you see the leaders and, oh God. Then I can see. It's the Ghana for no. I don't know if they don't have hairs. There is no justification to whatever Bawumia is saying. Nobody should justify that. That because when there is crime and you cannot. Hey, munya is adiano. Munya. Mamun kasa. And that shouldn't be a justification. Say, but Obi ever do one and I said, look, stop putting evil mindset in the people. That shouldn't be even coming. Well, it's good. It's a good justification. But so Obi do one and now be afraid. But no, that shouldn't be a justification. Why should somebody go and rob somebody? Huh? It's because of a failed system. We are experiencing robbery, we are experiencing all these bad deeds or evil deeds because of the system that we are living in. When there is no job, that is what you get people doing. You understand? When the people has lost hope and their only survivor is to rob people, when the people have lost hope and they now come to understand that there is no way out and the only thing they can do to survive is to involve themselves in some kind of bad activity, That is where we get the people. So we have to be fixing problems so that people don't go and attack people. People don't go and rob people. When we have good leaders, when we have rational leaders, I tell you, some of these problems with robbery, some of this will be a thing of the past. When you go to Europe, you don't see that. It is only in this country that in Africa, not only in this country, in Africa that you see people locking up their houses and all of that. When you go to Europe, people don't lock their doors. But nobody goes to rob them. You know why? Because there is jobs there. Nobody have time to go and rob somebody. Or we sit in this country and we are justifying our dressing system and we are saying that, oh God, wake up. Just wake up. Because the system that we are living in, that is why some of us, we keep talking about the system, you understand? This is an oppressive system. And as far as we are still subscribed to this oppressive system, this is where we are going to be. If we one, Niako 2. If we A, Niako B. Before you go to 2, you have to do 1. You understand? Let's solve the deficit, the housing deficit. When we solve the housing deficit, when we have solved the road problems. Because when you want a better addressing system, you have to solve the deficit, the housing deficit. Once you finish solving that, you have to develop the roads. Because you have to name roads. I'm sure said with about 20 years or about 50 years, all these roads will be gone. We will have to fix new roads. You understand? We all want development. Who talk you say, Charlie, we know they want development. We all want development. But the way to develop a nation is not what they are doing. I'm not going to talk colonization today. But Charlie, your major problem as Africans is colonization. Simple. You fancy. That's what I say. Good.